Hello everyone, this is George Archias, and today we're going to be going through the C2 Matrix Golden Source, which is this Google Sheet. We made some changes to it based on your feedback, so keep that feedback coming so that we can update it and provide the most value to you that we can. To get started, you go to the c2matrix.com, and on the top right, you click the big Matrix button. This will take you to our Golden Source, which is the Google Sheet. Now we'll go over what each of these fields has. Over on the left side, you have the name of each C2. If we highlight those, you can see there's a total of 43 C2s that we now have. And then on the top, you have a number of different sections. You have information about the command and control, C2 matrix information, and then others that we'll cover. So for any C2 you want to read about, you go to that one, you select it, and as you scroll to the right, it has that panel frozen. So for instance, we'll start with the name. So these are the main names of these C2s. Then we have information about each of those command and control frameworks. We'll start off with the license. You can see most of them are open source, while some are commercial. For the commercial ones, we tried to find the price and include it there. Then we have the GitHub site for them. Most of the open source ones have their code on GitHub, and there's also a site for them. Some of them have sites, especially the commercial ones, as well as the Twitter handle for the developers of this. Then we have the C2 matrix information. This is information about the evaluation. So the first thing you have is the evaluator. Shout out to everyone that has contributed, and if you would like to contribute, please just send us the entire line row that you want to add, or if there's any changes, just send it to us on Twitter or fill out the feedback form on the c2matrix.com. So shout out to all the contributors, we appreciate it. Then the date that it was evaluated in, the version that was evaluated, and how the evaluator implemented that C2. Some of these can be implemented by different ways, such as Docker or pip3 or setups and installs. So it really depends. These are the ones that the evaluator did to do the test. We also have a link to the how-to. So for instance, if you want to see a how-to for a particular C2, let's take Merlin, for example, you have the link there, you click it, and it takes you to how to use the C2. We also have a link if Sans Slingshot C2 Matrix Edition has it installed. You see some of these are, and there's a link there as well for the Slingshot edition of the C2 Matrix. So you can get a virtual machine with these C2s already installed. And then we also have a field whether Kali has support and if the C2 works on Kali. The latest version of Kali will have a number of these in there. Then we have information about each C2. So we'll start with the languages. So you have a server language, which is the server that's running the listener. Most of these, as you can see, are Python. Some are in other programming languages. And then the agents. These are the payloads and how they're created. Then you have the user interface. The first thing is it multi-user? Can multiple people use this C2 at one time? We also have the UI. Some are web-based, some are CLI, some have GUIs. And if they have an API that you could connect to for scripting and writing your own clients. And then we have the channel. The channel is the command and control channel that these frameworks support. So we cover TCP, which is your basic, just over standard TCP. We have HTTP, which you'll see a majority of them use HTTP. There's also HTTP2 and HTTP3. This is something that many browsers support nowadays. So you might want to check if you have that enabled in your environment and if you have visibility. DNS channel, so this is C2 over DNS, DNS over HTTPS, ICMP, which is probably slow, FTP, IMAP, MAPI, and SMB. Then we have the agents. Does this C2 support a particular agent? So you have Windows agents, Linux, and Mac OS. Then we have the capabilities section. Here we cover things like key exchange. Is there a key being exchanged and what kind of crypto is used, even if it's a clear text channel? We have, does it allow steganography, which is hiding things in images. Is it proxy aware? So if the enterprise you're testing has an HTTP proxy outbound, can the C2 use it? Does it allow domain fronting? Domain fronting is a common way to get around some controls. Does it allow for a custom profile? This is things like changing the user agent that your C2 uses. Does it allow jitter? Most of these C2s use beacons, which call out at a particular interval. The jitter adds a pseudo-random number to that. So you can do 50% jitter on a 10-second beacon. We'll call back anytime between 5 and 15 seconds. This is good to get around pattern detection. Working hours. This was a cool feature from Empire that hasn't been implemented in other C2s. The kill date. This is when the agent should stop calling home in the event that your C2 servers are blocked. Does it allow chaining or beachheads? This means you leverage an agent within the environment that you have already deployed and use that agent as your communication channel out to the internet. That way, for instance, servers that can't connect out to the internet can connect through another agent on an endpoint and then go out. And logging, very important. We want to see logs on our C2s so that we can document everything that we have done. Attack mapping, these also have links to a MITRE ATT&CK site. So for instance, Cobalt Strike, you can see the link there. It will take you to the site where there's attack mapping. And is there a dashboard? So this is useful generally on web-based GUIs to have a dashboard and be able to see all the agents that you have. New for this release is detection. So thanks and shout out to Lee, who posts on the RSA blog about detection through NetWitness. Here are links for each of these, so you can actually click and see how to use NetWitness to detect some of these command and controls. We'll be adding more there, so if you are in the blue teams, let us know. Then there's the support. Is it actively maintained? Does it have a Slack? How many Slack members? How many GitHub issues? And then just some notes that we've taken as we've tested these out. So that's the intro for the C2 matrix, the golden source. This is where we can update it as very quickly. And you can see we have quite a bit of things that we're looking in. So really appreciate you checking us out. If you have feedback, there's feedback right here on the c2matrix.com. You can select the type of feedback and we'll get that. You can also give us a follow on Twitter. We're C2_matrix, and you can send us information or DMs as well. So thank you for your time.